We're here in the boardroom of AIA Australia, where we're meeting Pina Sharoni, who's Head of Retail Insurance. Pina, thank you again for joining us.
Thank you, Kerry. Great to see you again.
Indeed. Pina, can you tell us what life insurance and total and permanent disability insurance is? Can we start with life insurance, mate?
Absolutely. First of all, if I can just talk about what insurance is. Like we know what car insurance is, and we all know what home and contents insurance is. So, you know, we protect our car or insure our car, we insure our home. Life insurance is about protecting the most important asset, and that is us, people. It's about protecting ourselves, or it's about protecting our loved ones and our families. It's about providing security when, in the event of the death of perhaps a father or a mother or a husband or a wife, that there is money available for the family to do what they need to do, or for the business to do what it needs to do to continue life.
Indeed. I've heard life insurance called a contract of love, in that it's only really useful for people who love someone else because somebody else gets the benefit. Would you agree with that sort of thought?
I absolutely agree with it. I often talk about life insurance as being a love note.
Okay.
And it really is. You know, I often say to the people within Australia, where there's love, there should be life insurance, and where there's life insurance, there's definitely love. And the reason being that, and if I can just take it back personally, I suppose, I have two children. I have a beautiful 10-year-old daughter, Lael, and an 8-year-old son, Daniel. And I have life insurance on my life. My husband has life insurance on his life. And in fact, I have life insurance even on the lives of my daughter, Lael, and my son, Daniel. Okay. And the reason I've done that is because in the event that something happens to me, my husband has money there whereby he can continue to send the children to the school that we've chosen. He can continue to have the lifestyle that we have, and he can continue to live in the home that we've just recently built, and that's really important. Same thing in the event that he passes away, and touch wood, that none of those events happen, but in the event that he passes away, again, that I have the money to make choices and to lead the life that I want for myself and my children, and provide funds, you know, even to put food on the table. So life insurance is extremely important. And I also mentioned that I have life insurance on my children, and some people might look at that and say, my goodness, what's Pina doing? But the reason being is that if something ever happened to Lael and Daniel, and I'm really going to touch wood here.
Yeah. Grab the table.
Yes. If something ever happened to my gorgeous children, I want money to be available so that in the event that something does happen to them, I want to be able to make a choice to stop working. And be by their bedside and be with them through their healing. Absolutely. Yeah. So life insurance gives you choices. Absolutely.
Yes, I agree. It's wonderful. Now tell us a little bit about total and permanent disability, if you would.
So so life insurance covers you for in the event of a death in the family. And I should have said, if we're talking about a business situation, it covers you in the event of perhaps a partner in a business passing away, and again giving that business some choices as to what they can do with that business. On the other hand, with total and permanent disablement, that covers you in the event that you suffer a very serious accident or very serious illness that stops you from totally and permanently working. So you may be totally incapacitated. So for example, you may have a very serious car accident where you become a paraplegic. Or for example, it could be an accident or an illness where it just stops you from doing the job that you have. And as a result, you will receive a lump sum of money that will allow you to provide a substitute for income. B, perhaps you may need some adjustments to your home if you're incapacitated in some way. And C, you might need some money in regards to the healing or treatment process in regards to, you know, whatever it is that's happened to you.
Okay. Many of our viewers watching this show clearly love people, and some of them mightn't have insurance. How would somebody who discovered the relevance of insurance go about getting it?
There's a number of avenues. We talked initially when I first met you, Kerry, about the fact that I'm associated with the Association of Financial Advisors. There's a very professional community of financial advisors out there who can provide advice and in regards to insurances and in regards to any financial need, really. So those people out there that are financial advisors or insurance advisors, some of them may be called, are absolutely key in providing the everyday Australian with tools and with information, and also with a solution as to what they need to do from an insurance perspective. So that's definitely one major avenue.
Do you feel that if somebody was interested in pursuing insurance for their family, whether they should speak to an insurance company or an advisor first?
I believe they should be speaking to an advisor first, and you know, I obviously employed by an insurance company, AI Australia, but the preference would be that the consumer actually goes out there and sources a financial advisor, because coming to an insurance company, that particular individual will only be exposed to that particular company's insurance products, yes. Whereas an advisor is able to advise the particular individual in what insurance product is best for them, and is able to look at the entire market and all the insurance companies and all the products out there and be able to really tailor for that particular client or that particular individual an insurance solution that's specific to them.
It isn't the aim of our talk together today to talk about how to calculate a sum of insurance, but I think you might have helped us with that already. What are the important elements that need to be covered in determining how much you should be insured?
Absolutely. The important elements are really looking at, perhaps initially, if you can do that, is really look at your current situation. So for example, you might want to look at your debt levels. So you would look at your mortgage, for example. You would look at other loans that you have outstanding, and just look at your total debt, and it might also include your credit cards. You may also want to look at, you know, what would it take for me to put food on the table and pay for expenses for the next 10 years, for example.
Would you include education in that as well?
Absolutely, absolutely. So from my point of view, when I looked at the level of insurance that I needed and that my husband Alan needed, I looked at our mortgage, I looked at the next, I think I've worked it out, it's the next 15 years of education if you include university. I looked at all our expenses. I looked at our lifestyle and said, if I want to be able to maintain this lifestyle, you know, what will it take? I looked at my level of income, my husband's level of income, took that all into account, and to determine the level of insurance cover that would be appropriate for myself and for my husband and for the children.
Lovely. Thank you very much, Pina.
Pleasure, thank you.
Pina is helping us again further in the series, where we'll be talking about income protection and trauma insurance.